This is really weird. Like, now it's feeling like, is this a scam? Is it a real website? I don't know. Like, sending my love to you, sending my love. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay and this is my little corner of the internet. She's basically where I talk about lifestyle, girly things, and entrepreneurship. I typically do a bunch of vlogs and things like that, but I really want to get back into my girly bag and share some of the really cute things that I have picked up lately. So this video is like, I feel like this is highly anticipated because if you're like me, this brand has probably come across your ads and you're like, is this a real brand? Is it trustworthy? Is it good? Do they do what they say they're gonna do? So I'm here today to talk to you about Oakcha, which is a fragrance house that is well known for doing inspired by fragrances or dupes, but they also have some original fragrances as well. I want to start with some housekeeping and first let you know the type of fragrances that I like that will give you an idea of the fragrances that I chose. If you're my fragrance cousin, it just gives you an idea of what I typically like. I feel like when you're watching fragrance videos, fragrance is very personal, okay? It's very hard to take someone else's opinion about something and how it smells and how it would smell on you. We all know perfumes play into your body chemistry and things of that nature. So I just feel like it's important to tell you what I like. Secondly, I'm gonna tell you about my buying experience with Oakcha, it being my first time purchasing from them, and then we'll get into the haul of what I got, my first impressions, and if I feel like the dupes align with the scents that they're inspired by. So all of the timestamps will be below. If there's anything that you wanna skip, feel free to go ahead and do that. This is just first impressions. I believe that when it comes to a fragrance, you have to live with it. You have to, you gotta shack up with your fragrance for a little while before you can say if you truly like it. So these are literally gonna be my very first impressions, my first sprays. I have not worn these fragrances around. I've had them for about 2 weeks or a week and a half. I really wanted to dedicate time to really do a full in-depth first impressions video. So I will come back once I've actually worn them consistently. So just keep that in mind. These are my first sprays. I'm likely not going to be spraying them on my skin because I'm doing multiple scents, and take everything with a grain of salt. I like what I like. What works for me works for me. You should always do your due diligence and find what works for you. So let's get right into it. Before we start, I want to tell you about the fragrances that I typically wear and that I love. Just to give you an idea of what I like soft, feminine, gourmand, pretty much scents that feel like a warm hug. That's what I like. So my all-time favorite fragrance is Kilian Princess. I don't need a prince to be a princess. That's my all-time. Oh, I just love it. I love the marshmallow notes. I love the warmth. I love the gourmand. It makes me feel delicious and like edible. That's what I like. So moving on from there, of course, I like Love Don't Be Shy. I have Kilian Princess. Love Don't Be Shy, I only have a sample. So I'm absolutely in love with the way it smells, but I have not invested in a $250 bottle at this point, which is why I went with Oakcha. Other scents that I really like Victor and Roth Bon Bon. I really like Casablanca by Brown Girl Jane. That's another scent that has a little bit of a marshmallow note. I love Rose Marshmallow Candy by Zara, which is actually in the children's fragrance section, but I like what I like, okay? So if you're getting the gist of what I like marshmallowy, warm, gourmand. Like I said, anything that makes me feel edible and delicious, those are the types of things that I like. For something that's a little bit more floral, I love Philosophy Amazing Grace. And what else have I been wearing lately? I love Victor and Roth in general. Of course, Flower Bomb is like a OG. And then most recently, I picked up Burberry Her Elixir. I fell in love with Burberry Her. It was the perfect like powdery, strawberry, fruity scent. And I got the sample, fell in love with it on my skin, hated it. It dried down to a very like musky, it was a little too aggressive. So when Elixir came out and it was a tad bit more fruity and refreshing, I love Elixir. So I completely forgot one. The last one that I love, will always rebuy it every time I have it empty, is Ariana Grande Cloud. Now I know they say Cloud is supposed to be a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. Personally, I've smelled Baccarat Rouge 540. I don't own it, but I had a sample. I don't think that it's a dupe. It's definitely a cousin. When I smell someone with Cloud on, I know it's Cloud. When I smell someone with 540 on, I know it's 540. So again, if you like that family of scents, this is all kind of what inspired my purchases from Oakcha. Moving on to my buying experience. First of all, I want to shout out whoever is in control of the Facebook, Instagram pixel over at Oakcha, whoever does your ads, your advertising. they are on point, okay? Because I'm ready to block them. I get an ad every 2 seconds, whether I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Oakcha is following me there. So whoever does your ads, kudos to that person on the team. Now, it came across my algorithm as an ad because I've already been looking at like alternative fragrances or dupes or more affordable options for some of the fragrances that I was interested in. So of course I started to get these ads. I looked through the website. I liked what I saw, but I did my due diligence. I went, of course, straight to TikTok, did some TikTok searches. I just feel like what I saw on TikTok wasn't in depth enough to make me feel comfortable purchasing from there. So then I went to YouTube. YouTube had a lot of in-depth videos, but again, it's really hard to gather if you're going to like a fragrance based on someone else's review. And one of the videos I saw really was questioning if the brand was legit based on the way that their reviews were laid out. Now, I want to say from the time that the person created the video, since then the brand has evolved. They've changed their packaging. It looks like they've updated a lot of their offerings. A lot of things have changed. So I feel like, okay, let me enter the chat with my experience. So purchasing, getting things into my cart, all simple. It looks like they have just like a general Shopify website, so I was able to check out with Shop Pay. My very first order, I submitted my order, it went through, I clicked my confirmation email, saw that everything was fine, right? I never received any additional communication that night. I went back and clicked my confirmation email again to check the status of my order, just something you do when you're pressed to get whatever you bought, even though you just bought it. And it said that my order was canceled. Now, mind you, I did not receive an email stating that there was any cancellation. I'm just sitting here confused, like, why is my order canceled? So I'm thinking, this is really weird. Like, now it's feeling like, is this a scam? Is it a real website? I don't know. Like, let me just be patient. Because I didn't receive any emails or communications and it was the nighttime, I was like, that's really weird. My order was canceled. Let me try again. Being the person that I am, I went and tried again, even though I should have communicated with them first. I tried a second order. When I went to do my second order, the reason why I really moved forward with doing a second order is because in the time that I placed my order into realizing that it was canceled, they had a new promotion, okay? So that's another thing. The way that I shopped, I got a total of 5 fragrances for a really good deal. And the way that I did that was I got 3 in a bundle. So the bundle is the best pricing that you're gonna get. Definitely look and see if there's a bundle that works for you. So I got this bundle. I'll put it right here because I don't recall the name. This is the bundle that I got. And then on the 4th fragrance, I got the 4th of July discount. And then on the 5th fragrance, they were giving away a 1 milliliter fragrance for free if your purchase was over a certain amount. So I'm like, okay, cool. My original order was canceled. Let me go ahead and get all these promotions to get this really good deal. So I went ahead and did that second order. Same thing now. Go back to my email, press my confirmation link to check the status of my order. It says canceled. So now I'm like, all right, this is too much. I'm getting a little aggravated. Like, what is going on with my order? I end up emailing them. And they basically said, oh, we're experiencing a glitch with our bundle ordering and it's causing orders to be canceled, but rest assured your order is not canceled. We have made a new order with your original order number with an A at the end, okay? But something got lost in translation in our emails because I had those 2 order numbers and they actually ended up canceling my second order because I said, okay, when you canceled my first order, I went and did a second order. Please cancel my first order now that you have told me that everything's fine. But something went wrong with the numbers that I was typing, the way that I typed in the order numbers, and they canceled the second one, which was the better price, the bundle. So now I'm just like really aggravated, like, let me just take a beat. Maybe this is a sign for me to not even be shopping with this brand. I feel that they were the customer service was super responsive. They were super quick with responding when I finally did email. They were super quick with letting me know that they were having an issue and they were going to send the order accordingly. My only issue was, if you know that you're having this glitch, if I never emailed you, I would have never known that you actually were processing the order. If I had never reached out to you, you were never going to reach out to me. Like, you were just gonna process this duplicate order on the back end and ship my stuff out, and I wouldn't have known that until it shipped, which there's a couple days between your order and the processing. So I just felt like that was kind of weird. Like, you need to follow up with a message that says, hey, there was a glitch with your order. We will be duplicating the order number and everything is fine. It will be getting sent out. So after all that madness with my incorrect order being canceled, we ended up coming to the agreement, just cancel the first order as well and I'll just repurchase, okay? So I gave myself a few days to really let it marinate. Am I too pressed for this brand? Like, what is going on? Why do I feel so pressed to complete this purchase even though all the signs are showing me that I need to relax? So a few days later, they still had the 4th of July sale. They still had all of the fragrances that I wanted. I said, okay, I'm gonna try again. Placed my order, same thing, clicked the confirmation link. It showed me that my order was canceled. By now, I already know what's going on the back end. I left it alone. I said, it's above me now. Hopefully I get my fragrances and everything's fine. A few days later, I did receive my shipping confirmation, and I do want to let you know how long it was in between the shipping confirmation and when I actually received it. Let me see if I can pull that up. One moment. So I have the full timeline. It looks like I placed the order on June 29th. They created a shipping label on July 2nd, and I received the order on July 8th. So that's just to give you a time frame of how long it took. It took about a little over a week, okay, which is not bad. I'm perfectly fine with that. That means that there was a 3.5 day period where I would have had no idea that my order was canceled, but they duplicated it and were actually sending it. So just as a heads up, I don't know what that glitch is. They need to get it fixed and they need to up the communications on that. But all was well, I actually received my order. So let's get on to the good part, the order itself. Okay, so my order arrived in a regular craft colored box. I'll give you a look at exactly how it arrived. I think a lot of brands are definitely killing all the noise with the extra super special packaging, especially if the product packaging is really nice. You're gonna get it in a box. Hopefully it comes safe. It's not too much razzle dazzle. I'm perfectly fine with that. I like a packaging experience, especially for the specific product, but when it comes to the shipping, if that's gonna keep the cost low of the product and the brand, I'm all for it. Send me my stuff in a brown box, that's fine. So this is what it looked like when I received it. And like I said, I got a total of 5 fragrances, one bundle of 3 fragrances, 1 individual fragrance, and then 1 freebie. So one of the main things that drew me to Oakcha not only was the fact that they had inspired by fragrances for certain scents that I had been seeking but didn't want to pay the price tag for, but also that all of their fragrances are Extrait de Perfume, I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is like a level above Old Day perfumes. All right, I had to go and double check that I know what I'm talking about. I am not a fragrance expert, nor am I a scientist, nor am I French, so hopefully I'm saying all this stuff correctly. But just on the levels of different perfume concentrations that you can have, there's Eau de Toilette, which we know is kind of like body spray, Eau de Parfum, which is what we typically see, and then Extrait de Perfume is a higher level of the perfume oil. So I believe it's like 30%. So that really stuck out to me because not only am I getting a dupe for a fragrance that I really wanted, but I know that it's at the highest level, it'll last hopefully long, and I don't have to use as much. So that just to me is a plus plus. So let's get into exactly what I got, what I paid for each, and what it's supposedly inspired by. In all, I saved $49.95. My total was $145. My shipping was free because of the promotion for 4th of July. Taxes was $9.43. So a total of $154.43 for 5 fragrances that are supposed to be luxury dupes. So let's get into each scent individually. I'm going to open them up, spray them for the first time, and let you know what I think. All right, y'all, I thought I had some little perfume cards from the mall, but I don't. So I'm going to be spraying the fragrances on my paper standard sticky notes. Again, I don't know the science behind what you're supposed to test stuff on. This is not the thickest paper, but it's not thin either. So hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. So let's start out with the Italian Cello, which is the fragrance that I got for free. So this freebie is Italian Cello. Looking at this compared to the other ones I received, I'm gonna say that as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, I feel like they gave these freebies because this is old packaging, which is fine for me, it's still a freebie. But this packaging is a lot different from the others. I don't know if it's because it's smaller, but I just feel like the other boxes look completely different. It still has the magnetic closure, but the other ones have like pull tabs. The actual bottle is a little bit different, but just to give you an idea, I think for all of the 1 ounce fragrances, they all come in black. Okay, so if you're looking for those like cuter, prettier colors, you are gonna have to up it to the larger size, the 1.7. Some of the 1.7s are black as well, but it does seem like they're kind of like color coded, like there's like soft pink, there's some white ones, there's some like powder blue ones, but I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that for all of the 1 ounce fragrances, you're going to get a black box, but you can see that online when you're purchasing your fragrance. All right, so Italian Cello is said to be inspired by Casamorati 1888 Lira. Do I know what that is? Absolutely not. You may know. On the website, this fragrance has 98 total reviews and a total review score of 4.9 stars. It is priced at $45 for the 1.7 ounce and $30 for the 1 ounce. This fragrance is said to have top notes of bergamot, blood orange, and lavender, heart notes of jasmine, cinnamon, and licorice, and base notes of musk, vanilla, and caramel. To me, this sounds like something I would like, so I'm really interested to see if it is. The gender is considered feminine, and the description says, the Italian cello is a work of art. Its top notes of bergamot, blood orange, and lavender give it a fresh, light scent that is perfect for any occasion. The heart notes of jasmine, cinnamon, and licorice add a touch of spice and depth, while the base notes of musk, vanilla, and caramel provide a warm and sensual finish. This fragrance is truly unique and will leave you feeling enraptured. So, I love that description. Like I said, I like to smell huggle and edible. So let's take her out and see what she is hitting for. Like I said, the packaging on this one just looks like it's a little bit older than some of the other ones. Like even the neck on the top looks a lot different from the other 4 that I have. But these are all really nice, like glass bottles. They are opaque, so they're not transparent. You can't see inside of them, so I can't really see the color. But again, this is Italian cello, and let's give it a try. So again, I'm trying these on Post-it notes, guys. I'm not gonna be able to tell you the sillage and the longevity and things of that nature. I'm just trying them out just to get a first impression. So I'm smelling like 2 different things right now. I'm smelling that like warm, sensual, musky, and then I'm also getting a hint of the lemon. It definitely smells like an iced lemon pound cake. So I would be interested to see how this works on my skin. I can see myself wearing this in real life. It's very soft and warm, but also has that very citrusy lemon note to it. So I like it. I'm not really getting the lavender, but it is something that smells very like, you know how lavender is just very soothing and relaxing? It's in that family of like a very relaxing smell. I actually really like it. It smells almost like, it doesn't smell like Princess, but it just has like this food gourmand quality that makes it smell really pretty. So I could really see myself falling in love with that one. So that was Italian Cello, again, inspired by, what's it called? I don't know, y'all. I'm not that heavy of a fragrance girly. Casamorati 1888 Lira. So if that's popular and you like it, ooh, it just smells like dessert. It smells really good, y'all. Okay, I like that one. I like it. I can't wait to try that one on my skin on like a nice sunny day. That's what it's giving. The next one I'm gonna do is Praise the Perfume. Now, the reason why I selected this one, like I said, it's supposed to basically smell like strawberry milk. They're doing landscaping and I'm not pausing this video because we gotta get through it. So I apologize for the noise. Yeah, this is supposed to smell like a very pretty, soft strawberry milk, a powdery scent. So let's pull up the info for this one. Praise the Perfume is inspired by Crybaby Perfume Milk. It has a total of 104 reviews with a review score of 4.8 stars. The 1.7 ounce comes in at $50 and the 1 ounce comes in at $30. It is in the pink box, and like I said, the smaller one is in the black box. So let's go through the description and the notes. The gender is considered unisex, and the description is powdery notes of milk, strawberry, and praised forest fruits are perfectly combined to form a perfume worthy of such praise. Balanced with notes of caramel and wood, a perfected perfume of harmony is achieved. So are you getting the pattern of what I like here? The caramel, the powdery, that's my jam. So top notes are milk, strawberry, and forest fruits. I don't know what forest fruits they're talking about. Okay. Heart notes are powdery notes and base notes are caramel and woody notes. So I'm very excited to try this one. Can't wait to try it on my skin. It just really had some of the top reviews as far as like social media and what actual customers were saying online. So I'm hoping that this can like turn into a fave for me. So as you can see from the first one, the packaging is a little bit more chic on these newer bottles. They don't have that like rounded neck, and the full bottle is matte, whereas the other one, the neck was kind of like shiny. I need that little thing they have at Sephora with the coffee beans to like refresh my fragrance palette. But let's see. Ooh, okay. It's very fruity. I'm not getting powder yet, but I'm sure it'll be a lot different on the skin. Again, y'all, I am literally using a bootleg sticky note. So if you are like a famous fragrance house watching this and I'm disrespecting the culture, I apologize. I had to use what I have, okay? Yeah, but to me, this is like super fruity. I'm not getting the powdery yet or like the caramel, but I do like it. I thought that it was gonna be kind of close to this scent that I have from Cosmopolitan, which is like this really juicy scent. And that it doesn't smell like that, but it's reminding me of just like juicy freshness. So I feel like I can see the vision of this like being on the skin and drying down very powdery. I'm definitely excited to try it in the real world and see how it holds up. But to me right now, it just smells super juicy, very strawberry, very fresh and fun. It's not overpowering. Again, with these scents, you really only need, they say like 2 pumps because it is extrait. So it's a higher perfume oil level. But yeah, I'm not falling in love with it, but I can definitely see myself liking this. Like, it's very like a springtime, juicy, fresh scent. The next one that we're gonna do is Miss Girl, which is the Paul Reacts collaboration, which is supposed to be a combination of Baccarat Rouge 540 and Tom Ford Lost Cherry. So let's get into Miss Girl. Now, if you look up their reviews on social, Miss Girl is probably gonna be the most posted about. Again, it was a collab with a fragrance influencer, so that definitely makes sense. I am familiar with 540, but not so much Lost Cherry, so this is kind of like just an interesting buy for me. And then of course, I love the packaging and the color and everything. So Miss Girl, again, inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540 and Lost Cherry, has a total of 26 reviews online on their website, which is a little strange to me because like I said, 90% of the social media posts are about this fragrance. So maybe that audience just doesn't leave reviews. But of the 26 reviews, the review grade is 4.9 stars. It is only available in the 1.7 ounce and that goes for $50. So it basically says the fragrance opens on a sweet note with our sour black cherry and bitter almond, settles with a heart of jasmine, Turkish rose, and tobacco notes, and lingers with the base notes of amber and caramel. Miss Girl is a fragrance that I chased for my entire life in the perfect blend of cherry, amber, saffron, taking inspiration from 2 of the most iconic fragrances of this decade, and that is a quote from Paul Reacts. So a lot going on with the notes. Top notes of bitter almond, sour black cherry, saffron, heart notes of warm tobacco, jasmine sambac, Turkish rose and tonka bean, and base notes of moss, sandalwood, rich amber, vanilla, and caramel. So this just sounds amazing. I'm interested to see how the cherry goes with all of those like musky vanilla sandalwood notes. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be one of the first ones that I test out on skin because it's just so foreign to me with the cherry. But let's see how it does on a sticky note. Ooh. So automatically this is very perfumey. So one thing that I have to be careful with is scents that are just way too perfumey. I don't even know what that means, but I know what I mean, but you may not know what I mean. So kind of like, ooh, I just caught the cherry. Okay. It was intense at first. That very first sniff was intense, but now I'm catching the cherry and it smells really pretty. And now it's getting musky. See, this is why you have to try things for yourself. And I do think that they have like discovery sets. I don't know if they include some of the fragrances that I'm trying today, but I highly recommend with any new fragrance house, get a discovery set because even spraying it on a piece of paper is so totally different from getting it on your skin, and not only getting it on your skin, but letting it marinate throughout the day. Like, fragrance is such an adventure. It's gonna take you from one smell to the next and then close out on something completely different. So you need to literally live with it. You need to be married to the fragrance for at least 24 hours. So the closing is turning me back off. The opening was intense. The middle was that cherry, and now we're getting back to something that just smells very perfumey. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting on the skin. I'm gonna have to try this when I am also able to like, I wouldn't try this and go out. It would have to be like in the house and I could take a shower if it starts irritating me. But very interesting. I'm very interested to see how that one works for me. If you know that you love Lost Cherry, I'm not getting any of the Baccarat. Personally, that's just me. But if you know that you love Lost Cherry, I don't know what Lost Cherry smells like, but this is very cherry-ish. You can try it, okay? I don't really want to give a synopsis on this because I don't smell the Baccarat and I don't know what Lost Cherry is supposed to smell like. So that one, we're gonna table it. I gotta try that on the skin. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so we are moving on to Secret Duchess, which is inspired by Kilian's Princess. It has a total of 51 reviews online with a review score of 4.8 stars. The 1.7 ounce comes in at $45 and the 1 ounce comes in at $30. Now, again, Princess is my everyday all-time favorite fragrance. I have the travel size here. If you do not have this, go get it. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it because this video is about Oakcha, but I love it. I love it. I love it. It's supposed to be like a green tea and marshmallow fragrance. So let's see how Oakcha is describing Secret Duchess. Secret Duchess is a captivating new fragrance that celebrates femininity and sophistication. Oh, I'm sorry, they have the gender listed as unisex. Expertly crafted with lemon, green tea, ginger, peach, jasmine, and apple notes, this enchanting scent is perfect for making any woman feel like a royal princess. With its delicate blend of marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin essential oils, Secret Duchess will leave you feeling confident and graceful all day long. So we have a top note of lemon, heart notes of green tea, ginger, peach, Kilian, I don't know y'all, jasmine and apple, and base notes of marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. Okay, I don't know if I'm saying these words right, but we're here to really see if you stand up to the OG. Let's see, because I wear this every day, so I'll really be able to let y'all know. So, all right, Secret Duchess, again, we are gonna do this on a post-it note. We're not doing any skin today because if I end up not liking something, I'm gonna be mad if I have to re-shower 5 minutes later. So let's get this on the post-it. Okay, I think the first sprays on all of these are just intense, and this is a post-it note and not skin, so it's just a little different. It takes a little while. So off top, this is giving heavy on the green tea and not heavy enough on the marshmallow. One thing about that Kilian Princess, that marshmallow pops severely, okay? So I'm not getting the marshmallow yet. Okay, it's simmering down, it's coming along. Heavy on the green tea, and I feel like the marshmallow is on the way. So you know what, y'all, what I'm realizing going through all these, like a first impression is cool, but you really have to put these on your skin. Like, so this is gonna be a long drawn out process. All right, it's starting to settle down and smell like Princess. I'm getting the marshmallow mixed with the green tea, that warmth, that edibleness. It just takes a little while. So this is just definitely gonna require a follow-up video where I'm letting you know how these actually performed on my skin, because it's just not the same on the post-it note. But I will tell you, we're getting closer and closer to Princess. The longer we wait, the longer it settles. But it still is like stronger on the green tea part. But again, these are extrait de perfumes, so they're just generally a higher level of perfume oil. So that may be why I'm smelling some scents stronger than I would on the originals. I see the vision on this. Can't wait to get it on my skin to really smell how it performs. The green tea opening was a little strong for me. I like things a little softer, but it did start to tone down into that marshmallow as we got towards the end. So let's get to the last but not least, the one that I'm most excited about, because love don't be shy. I mean, all Kilian fragrances are a bit pricey. I think that they're worth it. I think that they're worth the investment. But because I already like Princess, and Princess and Love Don't Be Shy are kind of, they're not similar. They just both have marshmallow notes, but I don't want to be invested in having to purchase both So that's what I really want to do. So let's get into Sweet Addict by Oakcha. Sweet Addict, again, is inspired by Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. It is available in the 1.7 ounce at $45 and the 1 ounce at $30. It has a total of 2,639 reviews on the Oakcha website with a review score of 4.8 stars. Highly recommend always going through reviews and seeing exactly what people are saying. The description goes as follows. Spring opens its hands with smells of intoxicating sugar. Sweetness overwhelms your senses as pink pepper bursts on your skin while the orange blossom tree yearns for your attention. Iris, jasmine, and rose rub shoulders with caramel and vanilla's essence, becoming a unified entity only present within the dripping sweetness that spring has to offer. Notes are top notes of bergamot, neroli, pink pepper, and rose, heart notes of Bulgarian rose, Egyptian jasmine, honeysuckle, marshmallow, orange blossom, and orris, and base notes of Savay, labdanum. All right, y'all getting beside yourselves now. It's too scientific. Labdanum cistus, I don't know what that is, vanilla, and white musk. Now, Love Don't Be Shy is literally like a marshmallowy orange, okay? My man says that it smells like chocolate to him, and I totally get that because it kind of reminds you of like s'mores just a little bit, but it is so delicious smelling. So I think that we're gonna go out on a limb and spray this one on the skin because I am seriously interested in if this, you know, matches up. So here is Love Don't Be Shy. This is just a little sample, but I do want you to actually see the color because the color illustrates the vibe. Like you see how like orange that is? Like chocolatey orange. This is such a beautiful fragrance, okay? And the Love Don't Be Shy notes quickly are listed as neroli, orange blossom, and marshmallow. So they have that right so far. Let's see if it actually stands the test. All right, I'm gonna go first on the sticky note and then on the skin. I'm being real risky right now, okay? Because if this ain't hitting, I'm gonna be upset. All right. That little, it was doing it, Ooh, I got some on my hand anyways. Yeah. I don't know, like even the Kilian, even the Princess wasn't an instant spot on. This is spot on. This is it. Like that orange blossom is so, it just leads with the orange blossom. Let's see what it does on the skin. I got some on my hand, but I'm gonna spray it on the wrist. I kind of miss my wrist a little bit. I don't want to do 2 sprays though because this is supposed to be strong. I'm gonna do one. Okay. That made me feel a little bit better. I need a little bit more of the marshmallow, just like on Princess, but maybe that's coming. But that very like chocolatey orange smell is there. Yeah. I'm gonna let that one marinate. So far so good. So basically I'm gonna say that my favorites out of what I sprayed were the Sweet Addict and actually the Italian Cello, which was a freebie for me. I think those are gonna be my favorites. My least favorite so far is Miss Girl, but again, that is me. I don't want you to take that and be like, oh, it's awful, it doesn't stink. It's just, for me, it's not hitting quite yet, but I'm gonna try it on the skin. And then the Praise the Perfume smelled like it has a lot of great potential for me. And then the Secret Duchess, just because I am so gang for Kilian Princess, I gotta try that one on skin. But so far so good. I would say give it a try, okay? Start out with the Discovery set if you don't want to really step out there and invest with a higher amount. If you're a risk taker like me, if you're a gambler like me, go ahead and get a bundle. There's so many different bundles. There's actually a Kilian.Inspired bundle, which includes their dupe of Carolyn Herrera Good Girl, which is not Kilian, but whatever. You get 4 fragrances in that bundle. They have the Caramel Addict bundle. There's just so many different bundles that you can try, and they have a lot of different fragrances inspired by a lot of the really top sought after fragrances right now. So overall, I would say that The customer service was really good, even though my buying experience was a bit but the customer service was quick and responsive. The shipping time was average. You know, everybody is not Amazon. I don't expect to get my packages as soon as I click add to cart. Give it about a week for shipping. It's not a scam. And again, your review of a fragrance is always going to vary because it has to do with your skin, your body chemistry, where you want to wear it. If you want to wear it around the house, if you want to wear it at bedtime, if you want to wear it out in the streets, running a marathon, that's going to impact the way that you feel about the fragrance. So always take it with a grain of salt. So far, ooh, I can't stop smelling it. I love this. Sweet Addict. Yeah. This is my favorite so far. Some of the other information that it has inside all of the packaging, it says to target pulse points, your wrist, neck, and behind the ears. Anywhere there's a pulse, body heat will do the rest. Hit the mark with every spritz. Keep the bottle at arm's length, about 6 inches away when spritzing your signature scent. Refresh with layering. Re-up fragrance after a few hours for a boost. Less is more. A little goes a long way, so keep spritzes minimal to avoid overpowering or headache inducing levels, because again, this is a higher level of perfume oil. And then keep it cool. Store your scents in a place far from sunlight and heat to preserve that freshness. So far I'm not upset. I'm happy with my purchase. I was willing to spend up to $150 to figure out what was going on, because any of these particular fragrances for the size I would have wanted would have been over $200. So for me to end up with 5 fragrances that I can play around with, maybe I can try layering. I can look more into what other people had to say about them and what they may be layering them with. I am happy with my purchase. I don't think that I would be running out to buy more from them yet, because again, I have to experience these fragrances on my skin. But so far so good. I'm in love with a couple. A couple have potential, and one, we'll see if it works out for me. But either way, let me know if you plan on trying Oakcha. I just don't understand why they gotta decide to do landscaping when I'm up here trying to talk to my YouTube friends. Like, what's really going on? But anyways, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to have more of these types of videos exploring the products that I'm trying. Let's get into it. Give me the notes and give me the experience and let me know how it went. Let me know what's really going on. But yeah, hopefully more videos like this in the future. Make sure you comment below which fragrance you're interested in. If you've been looking at Oakcha and getting all of their ads, let me know what fragrance is standing out to you. I think the next thing that I would be interested in trying, oh, okay, Love in Rome. That's the other one that I would possibly try next. That is inspired by Born in Roma. So that's a fragrance that I have tried in store and really liked it, and I would be interested in trying that in the future. So I'm gonna sit with these fragrances. If I do a follow-up, it'll likely be like a quick something on Instagram or YouTube Shorts. So make sure you're following me on the other platforms at She's Basically. Also, if you're on Threads now, follow me there, same name, She's Basically. I'm really enjoying it, but we won't get into that because this is a fragrance video. I will see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.